Ryan Brouwer against Du Plessis, two of the champion poker players in South Africa.
And it looks like Ryan got that bracelet to match his awesome yellow glasses.
Well, Du Plessis needed a jack, but Brouwer locked it up on the turn with a queen, and Eugene Du Plessis will finish in 49th spot. So now the big players are starting to drop. We're getting deep into the tournament here.
It's in the danger zone. Another all-in here. We've got Darren Chandler with pocket fours up against the King Jack of Mr. Dayani.
Hi guy Dayani, we saw a bit of him in a previous episode. OMG and net. Darren Chandler, he's in a race for his life with a pair of fours. The board rings 7, 10, 7. Good board for Chandler. Dayani, king or jack. Turn ace, no good. Can bring the queen, it brings the king, and that'll pair Dayani and Darren OMG and net Chandler in 45th. And having a look at this table, Kately, we've got previous champion Raymond Rami. Enough has been said about him, but we've got a lot of good players. There's one of them, Dr. Pather. He's been there, seen that. Dion Anthony, who's, as you could tell from his stack, is no mug at the table either. Sam Tricket is a well-known player internationally. In the corner, you've got Damon Cornelius. On the opposite side of the table, you've got Dale Winterstein, who's also won this tournament before. So, quite a skillful table we got going here.
You'll know about it if you did.
And Sam Tricket looks to be fairly aggressive in this episode. Comes out with a Jack-8 raise.
Damien Corneli will throw away his 6-8 suited. No time for marginal hands now.
One thing about these international players, they come and they like to dictate the terms, boy. They'll come in raising in a lot of pots, and you got to keep your wits with you. Sometimes play back at them, but don't be too scared, because if they pick up on any whiff of weakness, they're going to jump on you. So Tricket raises up with a suited Jack-8. I'm sure he just wants to pick up the blinds and antes to keep that stack growing in the right direction. But will there be a contest for the small and big blind?
David Fox seems to be thinking about it.
This is my best finish ever. It's a result.
There you heard it. Neil Andrews says this is my best finish ever. It's a result.
3.
Foxy.
109 first out of like 110. And then last time 53rd out of 109.
Makes the call with ace jacks off suit.
So I'm improving. At least I'm going the right way.
Oh, but there's ace king right next to him.
Now Govender with AK, the big slick, one of the top 4 hands in poker. Now there's a raise by an aggressive player and just a flat call in the small blind. You have to be re-raising ace king, but he elects to just call with it. Now is that going to spell doom, or will the slow play show profit? The board comes 9, king 10. Wow, this is juicy. Fox with a gut shot, Tricket with a double belly buster, and Govender with top pair.
Govender to speak first. He looks like he's thinking very hard. Would it not be smart to put in a rather large raise here?
Well, a rather large bet, yeah, which I think is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to try and protect against the straight draws, but Tricket now needs a 7 or a queen for a straight, and we've seen he's been very aggressive. He just made a fold against Neil Andrews. Now with Jack-8, when the board comes 9-10, you've got the up and down. I suppose you couldn't ask for much better, unless it comes Jack-8-8. Now will Tricket play back at Govender by moving it in, because he's that kind of player, and you can see he's really considering the situation. If he calls and misses, he basically lost the pot, because he can't call another big bet in the turn, so he may elect to take this opportunity here.
22,000 to Sam. All in.
There it is.
That's 22.
He's said all in. He knows that if he misses on the flop, he's going to really struggle to call a big bet in the turn, so he said this is a good opportunity. And he's asking a very big question of Govender here. He's representing probably a much bigger hand than just an up and down straight draw. Obviously he's representing 3 of a kind, or he's representing 2 pair, or
Jack Queen could also give a straight, so you could be thinking about that.
Jack Queen is the nuts. But Govender's only got one pair, so a lot of good players might actually fold top pair in this spot for all their money.
The raise all in.
So the red lights have come on, the Germans are over the horizon, they're about to attack. Will Govender feel the whack of the boom?
Dealer just sorting out the chips, counting out the pot, making sure everyone knows how much they have to call for this hand.
So the rest of you, what do you think the Hadron Nuclear Collider is going to have to do with the cosmos?
The rest of you what?
What did you say? I said, what effect on the cosmos do you think the Hadron Nuclear Collider is going to have?
That's your call, it's 22.
It's about as interesting.
Just like our care.
It's just dull here, isn't it? I'm going to have to drink. Yeah, that's the only way. We need Kramer and AAPT or somebody.
There we go.
Otherwise, we're not going to make the final edit.
That's the raise. The 22 is the call.
That's 83.
You're right, so David Fox gets out of the way. He's not going to play for all this money, but the big question of Govender, now this is interesting. If he re-raised pre-flop, he probably wouldn't have been in this position, Caitlin.
Possibly. I mean, he could have raised pre-flop and Tricket might have folded his Jack-8 with a small raise, so...
And now he's come out firing his top pair and he's been asked the ultimate question. He has to call with one pair for his tournament life.
Time for us, you know.
He has to call with one pair for his entire tournament life because Tricket's got him well covered. It's a very big bet by Tricket. I'm sure the question he'd be asking himself is why such a big bet though? If he did have three of a kind or two pair, would he not be looking to value his hand a little bit better than he has? If he's got Jack Queen, he's certainly not making this play.
But 4 of them are Monday Night Football, so...
Although you never know, you get those strange instances where people do something crazy and
Well, he's called and Tricket says you got King Queen. Yeah, he says no, I got a bit better than King Queen. I got Ace King. Tricket has got the up and down straight draw. He needs a 7 or a Queen. So a very, very, very big pot here. 247,000, not the 2.
almost locks it up for Govender. And the 4 on the river will give Govender the pot, and it is a massive pot of 200 and almost 50,000 chips. And Tricket goes out in 44th position.
I was actually wrong. It seems that Govender had a little bit of change after the hand. You can see he's celebrating because it's actually a massive double up for him.
Well, an all-in here, Kramer with pocket 10s up against Rujevic's King 10. The flop comes Ace 2-3. No help for Rujevic yet. Darren needs to hold on to win the pot.
A king for Rujevic, not in the turn. Will it bring the river? One king, not gonna be. And if any man can win with 10s where everybody else loses with them, Darren Kramer.
And we lose another player down to almost 40 players in the tournament, so it is getting tight. Everyone wants to make the final table. Nobody wants to go home.
Well, just back to that hand with Tricket and Govender before the break. Govender slow playing ace king, making a very hard call with top pair against the all-in play by Tricket. And despite what I said, he actually did have Tricket covered. And, well, now Govender is in the tournament with almost 250,000 chips.
Well, it's amazing how things can change in the flip of a card. Now, Rami has made a very interesting play. He's elected to only call with ace king.
Well, I think that... has he only called? I think that Raymond is looking for a raise behind him with the ace king. He's hoping maybe one of the short stack players moves in, which is exactly what he's gonna get. Foxy has moved in. He's become short stacked. He's taken a few beats in this episode.
I now know what it's like to be dead.
And Foxy has gone in with a pair of 5s against Raymond. Run good, better than 5s. Rami. Raymond, run good, Rami.
Now it's up to Kinesh Patha, who shows us a 9. And a 4, I'm pretty sure that'll go into a muck.
Metallica.
So the doctor will muck it.
Brilliant.
Dion Anthony. Now, Dion, I know for a fact, when he sees an all-in player,
Got a record deal in America now.
he likes to take his time to make the all-in player sweat a little bit.
I think like one of his biggest things in the tournament is to take people out. I think it's like his big enjoyment to take out as many players as he possibly
Well,
can.
he's doing a fine job of it this weekend. He's got King 10. Now, it's a raise and a re-raise all-in. Does he feel this King 10's in good shape? Does he want to knock off a player like Caitlin said because he just enjoys it so much? But he has to think that Rami's limped, and if he just looks to his left, you'll notice that Rami is almost looking quite eager to call here. But he hasn't looked to Rami at all. He's only looking at Fox.
He's not giving away a thing. Very quiet underneath those glasses.
He has to consider Rami to his left, who's limped. Now Anthony is just trying to get as much information from Fox here.
Now the glasses are off, the earphones are out. Trying to listen to what he's got to say.
You don't have to repeat tomorrow, just tell me.
Great name.
Have you seen the music video?
Yeah.
Jeez, bro, how's that? That's right.
He seems to be making quite a big decision. I mean, it's getting a lot of TV time, but whether he's going to call or not is debatable. Would it be a good call?
I don't know. I'm listening to Neil Andrews and Damien Cornelius. They're talking about the new South African super band called The Antwoord. They got this song called Enter the Ninja. It's unbelievable.
It's an awesome song.
I love it. I am your butterfly.
Feel my blind ones.
Who cares about Dion Anthony? Alright, so Dion Anthony, after much deliberation, decides to give up the King 10. And Raymond Rami with AK won't hesitate. He's already put the money in.
And the pot's already up to 144,000 chips, so it would be a nice addition to Ray's already large stack, and I'm sure David Fox would be very happy to win this.
Well, David
back
Fox,
in the game.
144,000 would be like blood at this point, but he's picked on the player who doesn't lose these coin flips. The one man who's won more races than Usain Bolt, Raymond Rami.
You had King Queen? Nah, I had King 10.
Right, the board. Jack, 4, ace.
Ace for Rami.
Ace for Rami, and bing bang boom. See you later, David Fox.
I'm surprised to see it there.
A 5 and only a 5 can save him, but it's unlikely against Ray Rami. And there it is. David Fox exits the tournament.
That's alright, Dave. See you at the bar, brother.
I like you, but...
I'm worried you could throw on a shove a lot.
I
You didn't put yourself in big trouble.
Nah, I wouldn't. I had King 10 off.
You called it worse than King 10 off, what I've heard.
No, you know what? We do the study.